everybody. Can people see us? Is there anyone there?
Hi everybody.
Give us a thumbs up if
How
you
we
can
going?
see us.
Maybe just
I'm going to turn on Instagram.
Thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay, great. We're just going to turn on Instagram and then we will get started very, very soon. We're really excited to do the class with you guys this morning.
Hi everybody, how are you going? We are ready and raring to go. Can you give me a love heart or a thumbs up or a high five? Just to make sure you can hear us. Hi Jolie. Hi Kylie. Woohoo! Hey Claire.
Hey guys.
Awesome.
How are you? We're really excited to get
How are we
started
going
this
here?
morning.
Hello, yay.
Maybe just give me a
All right.
thumbs up if you can hear me okay.
And we're good over here.
Yes,
Is anyone,
perfect. You guys can see our maps.
anyone on PITC Facebook?
All right.
Hello. Is anyone there?
Getting ready to get started, guys. Just checking that everyone can hear us over at Facebook as well.
I think they probably can. We're just...
Yeah. Just checking everyone can hear.
All right. So whilst we get the tech ready, today's class is obviously for the International Pilates Day. I'm calling it a pandemic party. But we have programmed using our PIC system, so the Pilates International Categorization System. And we're using, there's two PIC systems, there's one for the Matwork and there's one for Studio. So we're using the Studio one today, and a lot of the reformer exercises that you'll be familiar with, we've programmed for in the program. So Fran is going to use a few props. So if you have any props at home, if you've got a ball, a magic circle, or a TheraBand, or hand weights. Tori, would you mind getting us a TheraBand? Yeah, we can use those as well. So if you don't have that equipment, it's totally fine, and we'll maybe even say you can grab yourself a cushion from the sofa, or I'm going to do everything without props today. So it's nice to have the option.
Just some of the variations, if they're a little too difficult for you, you need some assist. I'm going to show some of the more assisted versions. But yeah, do what you can and just enjoy the Pilates workout. And we know you're all missing the reformer, but hopefully bringing it onto the mat brings you a little closer to our dear pieces of equipment.
And I'm Suzanne, and this is Francis.
All right, guys, we're ready to get started now.
All right, thanks everybody. So just standing at the end of your mat and have your feet directly underneath your sit bones, and just lift those toes up, that's what they're called, and lay them back down. Do a couple of those for me, lifting the toes and laying them back down. Lift the toes up, feel where the weight goes. Hopefully it just sits just in front of the malleolus bone. Lay your toes down without moving where that is. And then I want you to imagine your center line that draws up from the big toe, up past the knees, into your body, lengthening you through your adductors and out through the top of the head. You're going to breathe in for 4 counts, 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and again in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into your roll down. In for 4. And out. Soft nod of the chin, and slowly tumble your weight forward, softening your knees and roll your body up and over your pelvis towards your toes. Taking an inhale for 4, and on your exhale use the cog on the side of the hip to pull the pelvis around. Fire up the hamstrings and the back of the body to roll your body back up. You inhale to elongate out through that center line, and exhale, you nod your chin. You use your neck flexors, your trunk flexors, your hip flexors. The back of your legs are working all the way over. You breathe in, you hold, soften the knees even if you're extra flexible. And on your exhale, lift the toes and roll from the hip to roll you up. Making sure you're still connected all the way through the body, all the way up. Last one, inhale. And exhale, rolling up and over. So see if you can tumble that spine over your pelvis for as long as you can, and then turn at the hip when you can't any longer. You're going to breathe in and hold where you are, actually, and press the hands nice and strong down into the mat. So bend your knees as much as you need to be able to have your hands down, your head tucked in, and really tumble that weight forward so the tailbone and the pelvis feels like it energizes up, and you curl over the pelvis. And then straighten your legs as much as you can, and walk your feet back for your elephant. All the way back into a big pike, and then walk your feet forward. So let's take a step back with the right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Step forward, right, left, right, left. Now left, right, left, right, left, and left. Forward, right, left, right, left. Go to the right and back. And you can really see if your feet are dropping down parallel as you take your step. Push off that big toe. Last one, left, right, left, and left forward. Really lifting up through that center line. Bring your feet forward between your hands. Tumble your weight over. Bend the knees if you have to. Tuck your head in so you're really in that rolling like a ball position. And exhale to pivot at the hip. To roll yourself all the way up. Good, if you have your TheraBand, take hold of it, or set of weights. Feet underneath your hips, you're going to breathe in for the overhead. Breathe out, lift up through the axes underneath your armpit. So breathe in, stretch your hands away, lift those shoulder blades around and draw down through the arms. You're going to inhale, be careful your ribs don't flare excessively. Think about lifting from that manubrium area of your body, just above the sternum bone or just below your collarbone, your voice box. So big lift up, reach the fists to the ceiling, drag the fists along the ceiling, down the wall behind you. Hold the arms up for me now for side reach. You're going to breathe in, go to the right, you lift that left arm up, push from the tip of the shoulder blade. Soften the left side of your waist before you come back up so you can engage a little deeper. And over you go. Good. And as you go to the side, push your tongue to the roof of your mouth of your left side to keep you more grounded. Think about each vertebrae having its moment to cartwheel all the way around, to nod your head as well. Keep working on that lovely sensation of softening the side of the waist before you bring yourself up so we don't over-stabilize. Lifting up from the tip of the shoulder blade. This is your last one and you're going to hold. We're going to go into our rotation. Inhale, lift taller through the shoulder blades. Exhale, rotate to the right. Hold where you are. Breathe in, look forward. Look back, go further. Come back to the center. And lift up from the tips of the shoulder blade, rotate as far as you can. Hold. Look forward, look back, go a little further, turn from that shoulder. And come back. You rotate up and around from the ribs. You look forward. You look back. You go a little further from that shoulder area. Last one. Rotate all the way around. look forward, a little bit further around. Thank you, Karen Kippinger, for teaching us this one. Good, and then the arms come all the way down. Okay, so leg and foot work like we do it on the reformer, but you're doing it standing. So if you have hand weights, it makes it a little bit harder, which is quite nice. You have your hand weights in your hands and you place it behind your head. So if you want to do this program again, then you just remember next time to grab some hand weights. And then let's start in a Pilates B position like you would on your reformer foot bar. I want you to feel your head pressing back against your carriage, your rib cage and your pelvis. You're going to inhale, bend from the back of the knees, exhale and stretch out through the legs. Good, keep pressing back into your carriage as you bend through the ankles, the knees and the hip. Good. So you won't be coming in as much as you normally would on your reformer, of course, and you won't be getting the same amount of hip flexion. But you're really thinking about keeping that energy through the back of your body energized to keep you on your platform nice and neutral through the pelvis. And then a beautiful cue is to think about being karate chopped from the back of the knees to bend, rather than bending from the front of your knees and loading the front of your legs and knee joint. 2 more. Last one. Stand up lovely and tall. Open your heels so they're in parallel now. Think about lengthening your adductors, the inner thighs. Bend from the back of the knees again and straighten. And this is a really lovely one. You may even feel a little rotation that you have in your pelvis. You might find that you're standing more on your right foot than your left. I know that I can feel those little things change the lower I get. They kind of turn around through the hip and then onto the knee. So keep working on finding the connection up through those ankles like you've got stirrups on. Pressing it back against your carriage. Last one. Standing up. Turn your feet out and take like a mid-range, so not too wide. So you're going to bend your knees and actually lift your toes now and press up, push those heels down. Thank you, Sally Anderson, for teaching this one to us. I absolutely love the standing leg and footwork series. So bending the knees, reaching the knees over the second toe, and up we come. Lengthening the head up to the ceiling, feeling the tailbone go straight down. Bending the knees from the back of the knees and pulling up through the sides of the ankle joints. 2 more. Really nice technique, Fran. Last one. I can't correct you guys, so I'll just have to say something about Fran. So weird, isn't it? Good. And standing tall. Just walk your feet in. Let's get to the floor. Let's dive down. Big breath in. And on your breath out, dive all the way down to the floor. Bend your knees in and lift those toes up. So you should feel pretty connected. We're going to roll like a ball for 3. Inhale, look down. Exhale, look up. If you find that your technique is on already and you don't need that cue, just keep looking down and tumbling the body forward. Soften the shoulders. That's way more than 3. And roll back and hold back. Place your feet down for me. Reach your arms back and imagine you're on your reformer holding on to your stirrups. So your hands, and you've got the red and the blue spring on. Okay, so your arms are reaching back around the side of the shoulder rest. So you're fully in extension there. You're going to pull the arms forward to mid-thigh. Then you're going to lift the face, turn at the ears and curl your body forward into flexion. Then you're going to move your arms without moving your trunk back as far as you can go and then lay yourself back down. And exhale, move the arms, tumble the trunk. And inhale, move the arms, lay the trunk. Good. Exhale, move and lay yourself over. Reach the arms back and tumble. Thank you, Karen Clippinger, for this one. If you haven't done it on the reformer, it is a lot harder than on the mat. You could have hand weights in your hands as well to make this a little more challenging. 2 more. Good. Let's lift the legs to tabletop for the last 2. Arms and over. Reach arms and back. Last one. Arms and over. Reach arms and legs down to the right now. So you bring your arms over, your left hand goes between your legs, the right hand goes to the outside of the right leg. But then you curl forward like you're going into your hula. And then you reach your arms back and then you lay back. If you're ready to take your legs to tabletop, go for it. And reach and lower and arms and over and reach and lower and arms. Sorry, I went up 2 and back. And last one, move those arms, bring yourself forward, really work those abdominals, work the load back to challenge yourself and down to the other side. The arms come through and then curl forward. Try not to overwork the pectorals here. So think about your shoulder blades floating to reach the arms back and then roll back. Good, so the shoulder blades are soft on the back of the body and then you curl yourself up and over with your deep neck and abdominal flexors, your body flexors. Good, so your arms and then curl, pressing that tailbone down, keeping activity at the back of the legs, tabletop if you want for the last 3. Good, reach the arms back and down. Good, arms through, curl up and over. Reach those hands up to the ceiling and back. Last 2 and up and over. Reach the fists forward, back they go. Last one now, all the way through. Reach and back, bring the legs together. Curl yourself forward. Go into your Deborah lesson kind of coordination series. So lift the pelvis up and roll like a ball to tumble your chest forward. You're going to exhale and press the legs away and arms out. Open, close, knees, then curl forward, triceps, and press. Open, close, knees, curl forward, triceps, and press. Open, close, knees, curl forward, triceps. 3 more. Really keep tumbling the body in the direction that you want to go with. Rather than going backwards, let's go forwards. The last one. All the way up and over. And bring yourself in and over to frame.
Okay, we've got leg strap work sequence next, guys. I'm going to use the ball, which you could also use a pillow, but Suzanne is going to do the slightly harder version of the strap work on the mat. So we're going to separate the feet just in front of the knees there, like you're going to do a pelvic curl. And we're going to inhale and exhale, just imprint. Feel the rotation of the pelvis around the leg bones and start to curl all the way up to the topmost bridge point. And really press down through those arms, nice and narrow. And then you're going to lift up onto your toes and place your hands right at the back of your pelvis. Yes, and then rest the ball of your pelvis into your hands. I'm going to show the variation with the ball now. I'm just going to rest my pelvis in a similar way over the ball. And then we're going to bring one leg at a time up. And then we're going into our frog. So just have your shins parallel to the floor, heels together, little Pilates V, not too wide with the legs. Exhale, let's press out. And inhale in. Exhale, press out. And you decide how low you go according to your ability to keep your pelvis and your ribs lined up with each other in that beautiful neutral trunk. Feeling the heaviness of the hips into the hands. Nice and flat through the sacrum at the back of your body. 2 more. A lot easier on the ball than it is in the position that Suzanne's doing there. Last one, connect the insides of the heels. And then now we're going to go into the scissors. Stretch the 2 legs up vertical into the air. Right leg towards you, left leg away. And scissor. And find the center. And scissor. and find the center. So you're trying to just really get a beautiful sense of the two legs splitting evenly away from each other. That's pretty tough to do. Last one on the left coming up. And now bend the legs back into front. We're going to push out into that low challenge point with straight legs out long, ready for the openings. And we're going to open and close. So you can choose to do the high openings or the low openings right now. The low ones are going to be more challenging for the abdominals. Let's do 4 and 3. Good job. Keep resting the pelvis heavy into the arms. The arms are working hard too. Last 1. And then bend one leg at a time to place the feet back onto the floor. Good job. Okay, we're going to take the ball or the hands out from underneath us and just gently curl the spine down. Here's our spinal articulation category. We're going to do a semicircle. Find a Pilates V position of the feet. Feet just in front of the knees. Really narrow those arms close into your body and then stretch back as if you're pushing your shoulder blocks away with your shoulder blades. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's imprint and feel the hips rotating around the legs constantly to get you up to the top. Once you're at your topmost point, let's lift up the heels off the floor. Really get higher from those sitting bones. Roll back down again. Lower the heels. And now we're going to roll back up and curl. I want you to keep thinking as if your hands are pushing your shoulder blades around your ribs, up and away. Lift your heels up when you get to the top and roll the spine back down with the heels staying lifted and then lower the heels. Let's do 3 more. So curl. Feeling as if you're not pressing your vertebrae into the mat, but getting more rotation of your pelvis around your thighs. Oh, and then lift the heels, keep the heels nice and high on the way down. Perfect. Last 2, keep thinking about how broad the shoulder blades can be. Let's roll up, keeping the knees in line with the armpits, connection through the inside of the heels. Lift a little high with those sitting bones and keep thinking high with the sitting bones as the sternum melts, the mid-back melts. Here's our last one now. Heels go down and then roll the pelvis, imprint to get started. Lift up through the heels. Just stay up there for a split second. See if you can get more reach of the shoulder blades, more height from those sitting bones up into the front of your thighs. Narrow the knees just a little bit more. And then roll back down, keeping your heels super high. Beautiful job. Lowering the heels back down. Gorgeous. And then we're going to bend our knees into our chest. Come up into a chest lift, hold on to the ankles, and then we're going to roll like the ball to come up. We're going to cross over and just come onto the all fours. Maybe you might need to move back on your mat just a little. Okay, curl the toes under and come right up into a pike. This is our up stretch number 2. So I want you to press down into your big toes and push the mat out from underneath you with your hands. You're going to inhale, pivot at the hips and the shoulders to come out into front support, and exhale, pivot at hips and shoulders to come back up. Inhale, pivot hips and shoulders to go forward. Exhale, press it up. So keep that going. Think about pushing the mat backwards from underneath you using your big toes, and really find all of your finger pads on the mat. Let's do 2 more there. Making sure you bring your hips down each time in line with your rib cage, straightening through your legs. Last one. Okay, we're going to stay here ready for our long stretch. So first of all, let's just find a really solid plank front support position. Push the mat away using energy from the shoulder blades. Feel the sitting bones going down toward the back of the knees. You're going to exhale and just push off the big toes and lean yourself forward. Exhale, press back through the heels. Inhale, go forward. Exhale, go back through the heels. So keep thinking about how much the hips can really propel your chest bone forward through the window of your shoulders. Last 2. Working through the ankles, working through the feet. Last one. Oh, good job. Now we're going to jump our feet between our hands as close as you can get to your hands. Go. Jump. And sit down onto your bottom. Whew. Rearrange the t-shirt. All right. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Fingers are facing back towards your bottom. And already I want you to just lift up really tall with the chest. Feel the top of the arm bones rotating out as much as you can. And we're going to take one baby step forward with your feet because we will be going into the tendon stretch in a second. So inhale, back support prep to prepare. Let's go up with the hips. Hinge at the hip joint to just touch the floor with your bottom and then back up. Hinging again, just touch the floor with your bottom and then back up. So trying to keep, again, that same relationship of your pelvis to your rib cage the whole time. We're going to stay up there. We're staying up. See if you can get your sitting bones up through the front of your thighs some more. Rock back onto your heels and send your hips back through your arms. Inhale, come back up. Find that top position. Turn out the arm bones. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push. And this is another Sally Anderson special. Good. Push the mat away from you with your heels each time the hips go back. So think of your pelvis going back to allow freedom for your trunk to go forward. Last two. This should be really getting a little bit of sweat going by now. Last one. And we're going to lower the hips down, and it's Susie's turn again.
All right. So we're going to roll like a ball to come up to a standing position. So let's do 3. So you roll and then come up and roll back and come up. So a little roller squat. So roll back. Try not to touch the ground with your hands. Your weight will have to go forward and then come back down. As the feet go down, your trunk goes forward to bring you up. Last one, and standing. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go into a lunge. So this is the lunges category of the studio pick. So take the right leg back for me. So if you were on the outside of your reformer facing your risers, the reformer is on your right. You got your red spring on, or your blue, and you're holding on to your handles of the hands. So then all you're going to do is you're going to keep the arms across the body. You're going to bend and go straight down. You're going to come up and you're going to push your arms back, lever the weight forward into the top foot, and then lift that leg as high as you can and press the arms back. Then you're going to lift your chest for a high release. And we do that again. So you come down, arms come across, wobbly ankle today. And lift for your high release, pressing those arms back. And again. Karen Clishinger again. So thank you very much, Karen. She said it could be done on the mat as well. So here we go. You could put hand weights in your hands, and that actually might help you to balance and ground you. 2 more. You could put ankle weights on your ankles. You could put a yoga block on your head. Last one, we'll go down, we'll come up and we'll hold for a few breaths here. So press the arms back, try and find your high release, not by jutting your base of your ribs forward, but by lifting from your axes in your armpit. That manubrium kind of cross line, Fran's showing you there. Lovely. Then all you're going to do is bend your left leg and straighten it. So you're still in your high release. Your arms are still pushing back and you're bending and straightening. Use your ankles and your feet muscles. So use those perineals, pull up through the sides of the ankles. Last one. Whoopsies, and reach the leg back. Well done. Bring the right leg forward, left leg back. Your reformer has moved, or you have. And then bend your left knee down and straight up. Push the arms back. Lovely. And again. So really nice Connection through the psoas here as we lift the leg, high release, pushing the arms, firing up the back of the arms, lift, really fire up that standing leg for me. So as you come into it, lift up right up through the back of that hip. Yeah, rather than kind of leaning and sinking into the front of your hip joint. Last two. Last one. And we're holding. Okay, so find the high release position. Find your inner thighs and bend. And stretch. Really find that center line and lift your whole body up and out through it. Two more. Oh, that helped me to ground me. Last one. All the way back with the foot. Great. Then bring your leg together. Let's do skating. So, imagine that you're on the platform with your left leg and your right foot's right on the edge of the carriage. And we're actually going to press the carriage away and move over to it. And press. Good, and press. So press the pelvis back. Think about bending from the back of the knees like we spoke about right at the beginning of the session in our leg and footwork. Yeah, so if you don't want to overwork your extensors in the spine, make sure you use the lovely cue of broadening the back of the pelvis and narrowing the front there, just to help to contain that front body. 4, 2. And last one, hold to the right or whatever side you're on. Take all the way over the right leg now. And press the left leg out and in, out and in. You're in parallel. Take a look down and make sure you're doing this in parallel. Working on the side of the hip. Lovely hip health here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other side, all the way over. Line yourself up on that platform and press. Press. Good. So making sure you're pressing that leg from the side of the hip and firing up those hip abductors for 3, for 2, for 1, over to the right. And hold. Turn your feet into a Pilates V position. Okay? You are still slightly tipped forward. And then press. Pull it in. Press. Pull it in. Good. Keep the weight over that right leg so your left hip joint doesn't overstabilize and can be free to be mobile. For 3, 2, 1, and over you go. That's my favourite bit. And press and pull in. Press really up through the heel, up through the inside of the knee, right up through the centre line. And 2, and 1, and over. Okay, tricky one now. Internal rotation. Okay, so making sure if you feel like you're just doing it at your feet and your knees, just grab your thighs and roll them in. Okay, you may feel the sit bones open, totally fine. Get the connection around the sides of your thighs to kick on rather than just squeezing your sit bones. Yeah, then you press. The load is over that right leg that is internally rotated. For 3, be careful here. If you get impingement in the hip, you may find this position a little uncomfortable, so just adapt the rotation to suit you. Last one, and over you go. Good, and we go again. Press, press. Good, so you can try and imagine you're pushing that carriage away. Last one. Good, and then stay down, but lay your feet out back into parallel, okay? And just take the left arm forward and the right arm back and step to the right. And we're going full skating. So your thoracic rotates. You look in the direction. The arm at the back pushes up like if you were doing saw, using the energy right at the back of the arm. For 3, for 2, for 1, finish to the left, and standing 2. Oh, that was nice. Oh, I like feeling that warm. Okay, so Little bit of butterfly, so extension category. Thank you again, Sally Anderson, for this. So Pilates V position, I find feels more natural, but parallel is totally fine as well. And then from here, you're going to bend from the back of the knees and bring your hands up. Inhale, stretch the legs, reach the arms. Exhale, high release, go into your extension. Circle the arms, bend the knees, back to your start position. Inhale, reach. Exhale, extend, circle, bend, and all the way in with the arms. And again, and press, and reach. Lovely, really reach those arms away from that body. Push up through that center line. Extend, circle. Good, last two. Loving it. Pushing the ground away, lifting the head in the opposite direction. And in we come, last one. Press, extend, stretch the arms, and all the way down. And I think it's over to Fran.
It is, we've got box work.
Okay.
So we're going to step towards the front of our mat. Let's inhale. Exhale, let's start to cascade that spine forward off that imaginary wall. Slow the breath down a little. Bend the knees. Place the bottom down onto the floor and just have the feet hip distance apart, and use your hands on your legs right now to sit up nice and high on your sitting bones. So we want to make sure that we're not just hanging out into the soft tissue at the back of our trunk. Let's sit right up on top, feel some forward energy of the chest, having a little moment to let the breath recover. Let's have the hands behind the head. If that feels too strong for your genie, by all means, take it into the genie arm in front, or even arms forward, or holding those thighs. So let's inhale there. We're going to exhale, start tumbling the pelvis under, sitting bones up into the front of the thighs, going back to your challenge point, and then come forward and up. I'm not quite sure why I chose the hands behind the head option. My postnatal abdominals just went, woo, that was hard. So I'm going to go out in front. So feel free to take the option that works for you. I want you to go to that challenge point. Maybe you could get the waistband of your pants back onto the mat. Suzanne's doing a beautiful variation with the magic circle, which we love as well. So the thing about Pilates is there's options for everybody, and there's no need to struggle through anything that doesn't feel challenging in the right way. And that's what we're really passionate about with our coursework as well. So let's do 3 more. Really make sure that it's the pelvis tucking under around the top of the thigh bones that takes you back, rather than just having any of your body weight hang back into your trunk. Let's do last one there. Counting's never been a strong point. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to go into tilt. So hands behind the head, or again, if that doesn't feel quite right, you can also have your hands crossed over your chest, or Suzanne's doing a really nice version with the magic circle too. So find again how much forward energy, almost like you're about to glue your trunk onto your thighs. Let's tip over to the right, pick up and over, and then come back up. Almost like you're stretching the flesh of your trunk in order for it to be able to side bend. And I almost like to think as well of going slightly diagonally forward as I tip. So slight forward diagonal, because we are focusing on getting length through the back of our body, taking some weight off there, really anchoring through that heavy wide pelvis. One more to each side. Stretch the head off the shoulders and allow the vertebrae just to tip in the direction that you're going in. Last one to the left, and we should be equal. All right, gorgeous. Okay, we're going to do climb a tree now. I'm going to use the magic circle because my hamstrings are tighter. You've got the benefit of Susie and I having almost completely opposite body types to each other. Susie very loose and flexible but slightly less stable. Me more tight but more stable. So always a trade-off, isn't it? All right, we're going to I'm going to have the magic circle around my foot. Susie's going to do the more traditional version of the hands behind the thigh. We're going to inhale, exhale, stretch that leg 1, stretch that leg 2, stretch that leg 3. Let's round our trunk forward into that front leg, getting a beautiful stretch. And now allow your pelvis to rotate around your thighs again to start to roll back. And then once you've got your pelvis on the mat, walking down your tree, lower your head to the floor, and then let's chest lift back up, hold onto your tree, and walk up. Feeling again like your pelvis and trunk can go forward into your front leg. And let's go again. Rotate the hips and peel the spine back. Anchor your bottom leg into the mat. That's your root of your tree. So if you were on the reformer, you'd be imagining that one going down toward the spring. Cascade forward, 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 and down into that front leg. Here's our last one on this side. So again, rather than just falling back through the trunk, can you really keep that control? Let the hips be a solid anchor for your spine to be able to move more freely. And then let's change over to the other side. So switching the other leg. This bottom leg really secured down into the ground. Okay, bend the knee. So before you even get started, feel that energy of your trunk towards your front leg, not hanging back here. And let's stretch that left leg out 1. Stretch it out 2. Stretch it out 3 times. Take the body forward into the legs. Really bring the head around as well. And then let's work from the hips. From the hip joint, rotating around. Leg goes to the vertical. Walk down the tree. And then chest lifting back up. And feel as if you're bringing your body up to your leg the whole time. And then here again. Work from the pelvis, almost like you're doing a pelvic curl there. Head goes to the mat. And then let's chest lift and come back up. Keep rounding that supporting leg. Pivoting at the hips to go forward. And again, last time here. And rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. And then let's chest lift. And coming all the way forward and up. Enjoy that beautiful stretch. And then we can recover. Okay, so now we've got our lateral sequence. What I want us to do is turn to the side on your mat and stack your legs. Let's not have them too close in towards you, just slightly away. The right hand is going to be tucking around your rib cage. Yeah, so giving yourself a beautiful hug. The left hand is in front of your shoulder on the floor. And we're going to bend that left elbow, twist and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, twist and look down to the hand. And rotate. And press. Good, so this is a favourite of Deborah Lesson, who taught it when she came to Australia recently. So think about really allowing your thoracic to rotate, and the energy going down into the ground happens because the shoulder blade is broad on the back, rather than any unwanted elevation of that shoulder blade. Woo, 2 more. Trying to keep the legs as stacked as you can. Last time. Okay, and sit up, still on that same side here. And what we're going to do is take your left hand across your legs so that you're holding onto your right thigh. Turn and look over your left shoulder. See whether or not you have twisted your chest down. You want to try and stay nice and square. Just turn your head. All right, here's a challenging side reach variation. We're going to go out to the side. We're going to slide along the mat and go all the way down. And then we're going to try and come back up. The first couple are never terribly pretty until you figure out how you're going to be able to use the sides of your body to get back up. So keep going. We're trying to stay really square with our chest and our hips on this one. And slide it out. And then pulling back up. This is easier if you've got a towel to put underneath that sliding hand. But in a way, the grip of the mat just makes you work that a little bit harder for it. Last one. And coming all the way back up. And we're going to go over onto the other side. So flip your legs around to the other side. Okay, so first of all, we've got to have our legs stacked, not too close because they will be tempted to move otherwise. Left hand is going to be wrapping around the rib cage. And the right hand is down in front of your shoulder on the floor. Okay, and we're going to bend our right elbow, look up to the ceiling, and exhale to press. So keep that going. You want to think about twisting around your central axis rather than pushing back in space with your spine. So keep kind of approaching forward over your front hand as you rotate rather than hanging back. Gorgeous. Let's do 3 more. Feeling the broadness of the shoulder blades again, giving you the pressure of your hand. I think we have our last one now. Okay, and then stack yourself up tall and take your right hand across your body and just have a little side reach moment. Look over your right shoulder, check that you haven't rotated. All right, and we're ready to go. Let's bring our arms out to the side. Slide along that mat, reach over, and then feeling the effort to come back, up and over, out to the side, and slide. Good. So, if you were squashed between 2 panes of glass right now, you would just be going along the line of the glass. With the hips as well, you're not going forward and back through your pelvis. And let's do 3 more. Everything should be warm, feeling strong, but flexible and mobile. Enjoying it. Last one. Keep the legs together from the top of the thighs, really hugging together. Whew. And release there. Okay, gorgeous. Now come over onto your all fours for me now. Okay, from there, we're going to pass over to Suzanne.
All right, great. So we're going to do an exercise called the snake, which you might be familiar with on the reformer. So this is definitely our full body challenge. So let's choose to do the opposite side that we just did the rotation on. So sit back on your right hip, which would have been the side that you first started on with Fran. And bring, so for me it was my right hip, so my left foot's in front. If it was different for you, then that's fine too. And just putting it out there is going to be a rear end view, but hopefully you're all going to be doing it with me, so you won't see it. So from here, take your right hand a fair distance away just in front of the right shoulder, and then the left hand kind of, if you did a line across your mat, it would be in line with your armpit, but more out in front of your chest, okay? And both your arms, ideally, you're aiming to keep them straight. And then you're going to push yourself back up like you're going up into a high twist. And then if you can see on both Fran and I, we've got ourselves up onto our toes here. Bring that pelvis around and then start to move from your hip as you come forward, and then you press from your hip up through your trunk and into that extension that we talked about, using that axis in the armpit, and then bring the head through, curl yourself up and through, and again there's the rear end view, and move from the hips. So similar to that kind of up stretch sensation that you had earlier. Push the ground away. Good, and keep going. Keep lifting up from the inner thighs, up those inner thighs are lovely, long and connected, rather than short and bulky. Lean them out. Last one. Good, finishing your pipe. Turn yourself around, so you're now, your right foot's in front of your left. Your right hand takes a step back, and your left hand is a leader, unless you started the other way. And then here we go. From your hip like a pelvic curl, you push forward and into your extension and up. Try and take yourself into a lovely long line here. And making sure you're working from the hips. Good, be careful that you don't kind of drop one hip or work all the way up through both of them, otherwise you might kind of compress one hip more than the other. And last time, nice long even sides. Face the front of the body, the side of the body, and the back of the body as we go forward. Good, then holding your lowered position and slowly bring your body down. Have your hands underneath your shoulders and curl your toes under. You're probably facing away from the camera, which is totally fine. You're going to lift yourself up into front support. You're going to bend your knees and press yourself back and jump forward. Then you spin yourself around, lay your legs out, and we're going to roll down for our teaser. We're all about the transitions. So reach those arms back, stretch the legs out long. You're going to inhale to start to hover the face, roll the lumbar spine and lift those legs. Good, inhale, rolling, exhale, back. Good, let's do it again. Inhale to roll up. Good, exhale to roll back. We're all feeling it. I can feel my body go down to one side as I go down. And again, up we come on the inhale. And exhale. We got one more. It's okay, you can have a wine after this, it's the weekend. All the way up, and apparently this is our version of a party. And then roll all the way back down. And I'm done for my section.
All right, tuck those knees in. Find yourself into a small little ball as you can and just start breathing and take a few to be able to get up. Just let the breath and the shape of the body bring you up gradually. Maybe you've got two more in you to get all the way up to the top. And we're going to come over onto our knees again. Come back onto our all fours. Whew. We're going to do just a little bit of kneeling swimming now. Nearly at the end here, guys. We're into our cool down. So send your right leg and your left arm along the mat and then just float it up. Should feel nice and easy. And then back down. Let's alternate other side. Right arm, left leg along the mat. Good. And think about what is down. Having heavy roots going all the way into the floor on those opposition points each time. The other parts of your body float off. Last time there. And we're going into our cat stretch. So find your knees underneath your hips, your hands under your shoulders. Breath in. Let's breathe out in print and start to find a forward bend in the spine, looking back towards your hips. And inhale to come into the extension now, reversing the spine. Lift through the tailbone, reach the chest forward through the window of the shoulders. And exhale, let's round the spine again. Instead of the shoulder blades lifting to the ears, can they go sideways around the ribs and out through the hands and then go into the extension. Keep thinking about reaching the sternum forward. Last one, guys. Let's curl. Pressing down gently into the shins. And then extend the spine. Come back to a nice long line between the tailbone and the crown. Let's curl the toes under. Lift the hips up into your pipe. And then you're going to walk your hands with one step only back into your feet. One step and you're balancing. And then roll the spine all the way back up. Woo! So I don't know about you guys, but that was a pretty decent workout for us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
Shake it out. You ready for the day? It's the party time. And thank you so much, guys. Hope you have an amazing Pilates day. And thank you to Joseph Pilates for leaving this method with us.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great weekend.
See you soon. Let us know how you're feeling. How's the bod feeling, guys?
Got some muscle.
Got some thumbs up. I'm getting a bit close to the camera. I've got a glow.
Is this class going to be available on Facebook? I think we can. I'm not sure. I will try to.
We did have it on Facebook, so it will be probably able to be watched again.
Yeah,
I would
okay.
say. Yeah.
And if any of you are on PFI Home Studio, it'll be on there as well. Take a couple of days to upload it, but yeah, it'll be on there too. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jill.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. Yep. Do you want to turn that one on?
I did it.